Hi, I'm Christina, and today I'm going to be talking about all of my most anticipated book releases of 2023 and some that are being released in 2024. So I have a total of 8 books here to talk about, and I am really excited to read every single one of these. So the first few, their expected publication date is in July of 2023, so I'll start with those. So the first of which is called The Bookbinder of Jericho by Pip Williams. So I read her novel The Dictionary of Lost Words in 2022 and I gave it 5 stars, and it was one of the best books that I read in 2022. I was ranking it either first or second, it kept changing, but yeah, genuinely one of the best books that I read in 2022. Just such a lovely story, and this one sounds so interesting. So this one is set in 1914 and we follow a pair of sisters. They are twin sisters, and it's obviously around the start of the war. And we're kind of seeing the refugees from Belgium coming into this place, and they both live in Oxford and they work in a bookbinder's, and one of the sisters absolutely loves her job, really enjoys working in the bookbinder's, really enjoys all the other women that she works with, and then the other sister kind of has bigger dreams and aspirations, and she would much rather be writing books than kind of binding up other people's books. So I think this sounds so interesting. I love the way that she writes. She really writes a really good historical fiction novel, and I think this one is probably similar kind of themes. It's about books and literature and people who love books and literature. And yeah, really looking forward to reading this one. And this one is being released on the 6th of July 2023 in the UK. So the next book that I'm really looking forward to reading, which also has an expected publication date of July 2023, is Everyone Here Is Lying by Shari Lapena. So I've read a couple of books by this author, and I think she's a really good, really solid thriller author. I've read Not a Happy Family and The Couple Next Door, and I really enjoyed Not a Happy Family and I enjoyed The Couple Next Door. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, and this one is about a man who is having an affair, and his affair has just ended awfully in a motel down the road. He goes back home and he sees that his 9-year-old daughter is unexpectedly home from school, and he's already really angry because of the end of his affair, and he completely loses his temper and gets really angry at her. And then later that day, her family report her missing, and the question is, what's happened to her? Who has taken her? And yeah, I really like Shari Lapena's writing. I think she has some really good twists and turns in her thrillers. They're always very fast-paced and I generally kind of enjoy them. So I'm looking forward to that one. And the actual expected publication date is also the 6th of July 2023. So the next book that I'm really looking forward to reading also has an expected publication date of July 2023, and that is The Half Moon by Beth Keane. So I read her book Ask Again Yes in 2021 and I absolutely loved that book. I gave it 5 stars and it was one of the best books that I read in 2021. So this one is about a couple. The man is a bartender. He's been a bartender for years now, and it's always been his dream to open his own bar. And then his boss announces that he's planning to retire, so it looks like his dream could become possible. Now at the same time, they have been trying for a baby, but they haven't been successful in that, and the woman is trying to come to terms with the fact that motherhood may not be on the cards for her. She also has a successful law career, and this whole story is told over the course of 1 week, and it's basically about family, relationships, it's about a marriage in crisis. And I love the way that she wrote Ask Again Yes. So I think this one is going to be absolutely excellent. She's got a lovely writing style. She's really good at creating characters. And I really like the fact that this one's going to be just on 1 week. That's it. I think it's going to be really good. So the next book that I'm really looking forward to has an expected publication date of August 2023, and it's called Learned by Heart by Emma Donoghue. So I read The Pull of the Stars by her in 2021, gave it 5 stars. Again, one of the best books that I read in 2021. It was a historical fiction novel and it was set during the Spanish flu pandemic, and it was based in a maternity ward. And we followed some of the people who worked there and some of the mothers who were preparing to give birth. And I thought it was such an emotional book. It was so well written, it was so poignant at times, and I absolutely loved it. And this one just sounds right up my street because it's about the character of Anne Lister, sorry, I should say the actual woman of Anne Lister, and then obviously she's created a character from it. And I watched the TV show called Gentleman Jack, starring Saran Jones, and it's about the character, the woman, the real life woman of Anne Lister. And yeah, it's kind of based on her secret diaries. And then this novel is also inspired by the same woman. So it says that this one is based on a true story of two girls who fall secretly, deeply and dangerously in love at a boarding school in York. And this book itself draws on years of investigation and Anne Lister's 5 million word secret journal. And it's a long buried love story of this woman who is an orphan heiress who's been banished from India, and she goes to England at the age of 6 years old, and then Anne Lister meets her at her boarding school in 1805 when they're both 14 years old. So yeah, really looking forward to that one. And it's so nice that it's from an author I know that I enjoy, Emma Donoghue, and also I have an awareness of the actual person in real life, Anne Lister, because of the Gentleman Jack TV show, and Saran Jones was absolutely wonderful in that. So I would highly recommend that you watch that TV show. And yeah, really looking forward to seeing this book. And it's so nice that it's kind of about a character and a person I'm already very intrigued by. So yeah, that one sounds really, really good. And I know Emma Donoghue writes really beautifully, and it's probably going to be very sad because I know The Pull of the Stars was also very sad, but really, really enjoyed it. So the next book has an expected publication date of September 2023. It's called Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. So I read her novel Miracle Creek and I enjoyed that one, and this one sounds like it has very similar themes. So it's about an American Korean family who live in Virginia, and the father goes missing. So one day he goes for a walk with his son, and the son returns alone and he's covered in blood. And it looks as though the son is the only witness to the father's disappearance. And he has a rare genetic condition, which means he can't speak. So I think that sounds really intriguing, a really interesting kind of concept. And she's very good at writing kind of complex dynamics between characters. That's what she did in Miracle Creek. So I'm expecting similar here. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one. So the next book also has an expected publication date of September 2023, and that is The Last Devil to Die by Richard Osman. So this one is the next book in the Thursday Murder Club series. This is the 4th instalment in that series, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. I really enjoy this series. It's probably my favourite mystery series out there. Well, it is, it absolutely is. And yeah, I really like it. I love the characters. I just love the way it's written. It's always very kind of charming, very British, lots of really good humour in it. And yeah, I just really, really like it. So this one, it says here, you'd think you'd be able to relax over Christmas, but not in the world of the Thursday Murder Club. On Boxing Day, a dangerous package is smuggled across the English coast. When it goes missing, chaos is unleashed. The body count starts to rise, including someone close to the Thursday Murder Club. So yeah, very much looking forward to reading this one. Just looking forward to being back in this world, back with these characters. It's such a lovely kind of setup. I think you'll get very kind of attached to these characters. I certainly have. And yeah, very much looking forward to reading the next one. So the last two books both have expected publication dates in 2024. So yeah, they're definitely a little bit of a longer way away, but I'm still really excited to read them, and I thought you might be too. So I thought I would just include them anyway. So both of them have publication dates in September of 2024. The first of which is The Examiner by Janice Hallett. So this is her 4th novel, and I have read all 3 of her books so far. I absolutely loved The Appeal by her. I gave it 5 stars, and it was one of the best books that I read in 2022. And then more recently, I have read The Mysterious Case of the Alperton Angels by her. Again, absolutely loved it. Another 5-star read, and one of the best books that I've read in 2023 so far. Now, her other book, The Twyford Code, I didn't really like that one quite so much. I only gave it 2 stars, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing whatever she writes next. And we only have a little bit of information about it. It just says the new genre-busting crime novel. So yeah, looking forward to reading this one. She is very good at writing a mixed media format book, so I'm assuming this is going to be the same as that, because it does appear to be her forte. She's really good at it, and I've always enjoyed that kind of style that she has. So yeah, looking forward to reading this one. So the last book I have to talk about also has an expected publication date of September 2024, and I can't find very much out about this one at all. All I can find out is Gail Honeyman Untitled Book 2. So she is the author who wrote Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine, and I absolutely adored that book. It is one of my favourite books of all time. Really love it. It's so good. It's like my perfect book, to be honest. So she has another novel coming out, expected in September 2024. I can't find any actual information about it, just Untitled Book 2. So I'm still very much looking forward to it, and I just had to include it because I adore Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. I would highly recommend it if you haven't read it. I'd highly recommend all of the books actually that I have spoke about in this one. I'm obviously expecting to enjoy these books because I've already loved a book by these authors. Every single one is going to be an author that I have read from before, because I don't think I necessarily really highly anticipate books that, you know, I've never read anything before by them, because I don't actually know that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading all of these books. Now, I do have book review videos on all of the books that made me excited to read these new releases, so I will link those book reviews down below, just in case you'd like to hear my more detailed thoughts on any of them. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like the video if you've liked it, and please do subscribe if you'd like to hear more of me talking about books. If you're also excited about any of these books, definitely let me know down in the comments below. And if you know any other books that you're really looking forward to, definitely let me know that too, because I actually didn't know that Pip Williams had a new book coming out until one of you told me in the comments, which is really lovely, and it's now made its way to this list because I'm very much looking forward to reading it. So if you think there's any books out there that you're excited about and I haven't mentioned them and you're wondering why, just let me know, because I might not know about it. So yeah, thanks very much. I'll see you next time.